news at 6. First, the highlights. Lagos State government extends Ilera registration of pensioners for 2 weeks. National Board for Technical Education to stop physical accreditation of institutions in August. On the foreign scene, student leaders in Bangladesh vow to press on demonstrations after Supreme Court ruling. And in sports, Zambia's captain names Super Falcons player Azizat Oshoala in ideal five-a-side team. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. The Lagos State government has extended the registration of its retirees on Ilera for additional 2 weeks. This is in line with its commitment to provide free health insurance coverage for pensioners in the state for 1 year through the Eco Social Health Alliance, ECOSHA. The 2-week extension, which will start on Monday, 22nd of July, will end on Friday, 2nd of August 2024. Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, Emmanuela Zamba, said the extension became necessary following the huge turnout of pensioners at the various registration centers after Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's declaration at the launch of Ilera Standard Jara and 5 Ilera virtual booths. She reminded pensioners in the state who are yet to register not to hesitate to visit any of the 57 local government areas / local council development areas closer to them. Samba reiterated that pensioners who are registering on Ilera for the first time should come to the registration center with their LASRA identification card and letter of appointment, while those who have earlier registered but whose premium has expired should come with their Ilera policy number for renewal. The Lagos State government has reiterated its commitment to continue with sanitation advocacy campaign for residents until they imbibe good environmental sanitation and hygiene practices. Addressing market traders / residents at Alamutu Market, Idiro Mushi, during a community-based sanitation exercise, Special Advisor to the Governor on Environment, Olakunle Akodu, said maintaining a clean environment is a must for all residents to keep all types of diseases at bay. Akodu, who was accompanied by the Permanent Secretary, Office of Environmental Services, Omobolaji Gaji, Permanent Secretary, Office of Drainage Services, Mahamud Adibite, and Managing Director of Loma, Muiwa Gbadageshi, had earlier engaged in cleaning the drainage channel on the Agege Motor Road. He stated that the cleanup exercise is a follow-up to the governor's pronouncement on community-based sanitation, saying the environment must be clean and food handling process must also be hygienic to ensure socio-economic well-being of all residents. On his part, the Permanent Secretary, Office of Environmental Services, Omobolaji Gaji, urged residents to take charge of the environment by ensuring proper sanitation and report neighbors engaging in unsanitary behavior. In a related development, the Lagos State government, through its Environmental Protection Agency, LASEPA, has taken its environmental sustainability and Green Lagos advocacy to tertiary institutions across the state. This is part of its efforts to combat the menace of climate change and reduce greenhouse effects in the state. General Manager of LASEPA, Tunde Ajayi, said the move became necessary to place the youths at the center of its various advocacy programs on environmental sustainability, especially the fight against climate change and its attendant greenhouse effects. Ajayi stated this while inaugurating the Green Hub Ambassadors at the Lagos State University College of Medicine, Lasukom Ikeja. He charged the students to be the champions of a greener Lagos project towards protecting the environment against all forms of degradation for a better future and sustainable development. Ajayi commended the Lagos State University Medical Students Association for partnering with LASEPA in the journey to a greener and cleaner Lagos, adding that a clean and sustainable environment is crucial to a greater Lagos initiative. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has foiled attempts by drug syndicates to smuggle cocaine and loud consignments, a synthetic strain of cannabis concealed in incense candles, game packs, dry hibiscus leaves, and ladies' native wears in and out of Nigeria through the Murtala Mohammed International Airport by some courier firms in Lagos. Spokesman of the agency, Femi Babafemi, said NDLEA operatives during the operation seized the illicit shipment and arrested suspects linked to them. Babafemi noted that the agency's operational successes across the country are well appreciated, even as he urged the officers not to rest on their oars, but continue to intensify ongoing drug supply reduction and drug demand reduction efforts. He said NDLEA also engaged in war against drug abuse sensitization activities to schools, worship centers, workplaces, and communities, among others. Now to the rest of the stories. The National Board for Technical Education, NBTE, has fully transitioned to a digital platform for all quality assurance processes, aligning with the federal government's digital-driven policies and the demands of the fourth industrial revolution. In a statement, head of media unit of NBTE, Fatima Abubakar, said from August, there will be no more physical accreditation or other quality assurance activities in the institutions under its purview. According to the statement, the digitalization policy has recorded success with a substantial increase in institutions and stakeholders engaging with the digital system, now totaling 489. Abubakar said the board has also completed digital assessments and documentation processes for 17 institutions across the 6 geopolitical zones, with approvals granted accordingly. She noted that digital monitoring has been introduced to ensure strict compliance with established standards. Akwa Ibom State Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, has arrested 9 suspected smugglers in connection with illegal dealings in petroleum products and impounded 3 trucks conveying 135,000 liters of the products. State Commandant of NSCDC, Iluyemi Iluwade, said the suspects were arrested by the anti-vandal unit of the command on July 14 along the Ikohabasi Port Harcourt Expressway. Iluwade said the trucks were halted for a routine inspection of documents by the NSCDC personnel, who insisted on citing relevant papers, including a license to buy, sell, and convey petroleum products as stipulated in the Petroleum Industry Act. He said another suspect was also arrested by operatives of the agency on July 15 in Idu Uruan local government area for criminal conspiracy, tampering, and theft of armored cable in a transformer at the Nigerian Medical Association Center in Uruan. Iluwade said the suspect was believed to have connived with criminals who breached the security of the facility where he was providing security and vandalized and stole armored cable. A senior advocate of Nigeria, Afam Osigwe, has emerged as the president-elect of the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, following the 2024 NBA election. Osigwe secured the highest number of votes with 20,395, surpassing his closest rival, Tobenna Erojikwe, who got 10,970 votes, and Chukwuka Ikwazom SAN, who received 9,007 votes. He will succeed the outgoing president, Yakubu Maikiao. And now to foreign news. Student leaders in Bangladesh have vowed to press on with demonstrations until key demands are met, including the release of those jailed and officials responsible for the violence resign. This comes after the Supreme Court scrapped most of the quotas on government jobs, which triggered deadly nationwide unrest last week, killing more than 100 people. A third of public sector jobs had been reserved for the relatives of veterans from the country's war for independence from Pakistan in 1971. But now the court has ruled that just 5% of the roles can be reserved for veteran relatives. Law Minister Anisul Hook said the government will implement the ruling within days. In our sports, Zambia's captain Barbara Banda has included Azizat Oshoala in her Dream five-a-side team. Banda, who will be leading the Copper Queens at the 2024 Olympic Games, revealed her ideal team in an interview. The Copper Queens will be making their second Olympics appearance in Paris. The 23-year-old made history in Zambia's maiden appearance at the Games in Tokyo. Oshoala became the first player to score hat-tricks in back-to-back Olympic matches. And that's all for the news at 6. Slow down at road junctions, intersections, and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms and X at Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration renovated 197 public schools across the state? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Government has extended the registration of its retirees on Iliraiko for additional 2 weeks, in line with its commitments to providing free health insurance coverage for pensioners in the state for 1 year through the Eco Social Health Alliance, ECOSHA. The National Board for Technical Education has fully transitioned to a digital platform for all quality assurance processes, aligning with the federal government's digital-driven policies and the demands of the fourth industrial revolution. We also told you that student leaders in Bangladesh have vowed to press on with demonstrations until key demands are met, including the release of those jailed and officials responsible for the violence resign. And in sports, Zambia's captain Barbara Banda has included Azizat Oshoala in her Dream five-a-side team. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adiwayo Idowolaya. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good evening.
The Box First Street